Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about insider trading, not only in US but also in Canada, and also some companies related to insider trading. As we all know and we should know, insider trading is a good way of knowing the health of the company in many ways, not necessarily, along with some other fundamentals. When we see insider buying shares of a company, in a lot of cases it means the company is healthy and they believe in the company. Also, we're gonna look at who is selling. We're gonna be looking at who is selling the most. That's something new that I'm doing now. But let's start with cluster insider trading in US. And the first company that I would like to talk about is MGM Resorts International. It's in the hospitality resorts. Also is a casino company in Dallas. As we all know, casinos and hospitality travel right now is in a very tricky situation. But when we see something like this, by the way, the report is about cluster insider trading, so it's not only one person buying. So MGM Resorts International is mostly in Dallas, but not only in there. And what we see is a lot of insider trading activity here, buying activity, which is very good for the company. So here's the website of the company. So they compete with Wynn Resorts, for example, which is another company that is healthy. So MGM Resorts is very healthy right now. I was researching about the company. There is a double upside potential. If you look at the chart, the level it was before the pandemic, around $30, like even higher, and now is around $15. There was a big dip because of the report earnings, but still a lot of people believe that the company is very healthy, and like this article is even saying that the company is still worth $29 a share. So be aware of the risks. It should be a very safe investment, but we just don't know when it's gonna go up. But it could be a very good swing trading as well. I don't know if Monday the price is gonna spike up because we see a big drop. So it's something I'm gonna be looking at, but be very careful. It could just go down even more. And I'm coming back here to my insider trading report in US. Cluster insider trading, by the way. I have to always mention this. Interesting, I see Groupon here. That's another one you have to be careful. Groupon is also related to travel and buying things for travel related things. Just be careful about that, but it's good to see. When we see about $1 million being invested in the company, looking at some other one, what we see is a lot of banks and investments. So, which is a very tricky sector right now. It can go down much more than it is right now. But some companies are believing. I'm gonna jump to cluster insider trading in Canada. Just a heads up in things like this. Sometimes we see a company buying like a lot of shares, like insiders buying a lot of shares, and you see like a very high dividend like this. So just be careful. I look at the chart of this company, it's just coming down, Sometimes they pay good dividends. I don't know if that's the case for this. You have always to research. But sometimes you see big dividends like this. It may be not sustainable, by the way. And also, even if it is, if the stock price keeps declining, you're just gonna lose in the end. And it may not be a good investment. So another company I would like to show here is this GreenPower Motor company. It has electric bus in Canada, by the way. So this is all Canada. So this is more like a gamble. There's not a lot of insider trading buying. But it could be one of these companies you invest a little bit of money. I don't know. I'm not investing. And it's just one opportunity if you want to take a look. It could go up in the future. So just to keep in mind. And I know I'm all over the place today, but I'd like to show you and keep showing that I'm still tracking cannabis and some other things as well. So like gold and silver, there are not a lot of news, but one that I would like to talk about is Canopy Growth. Where is that? Canopy Growth. They're not insider trading activity for Canopy, but one thing that is important to mention is recently we see Constellation Brands buying more of Canopy Growth. Now is at 38%. That's huge. That's a pretty good sign for Canopy Growth. So my suggestion is that if you invest in cannabis right now, which is very tricky, I'm not doing that. Invest in such companies like Canopy, but I don't even know Canopy, but I like companies like IIPR, which is paying pretty good dividends. You see this, it's almost 5% right now. I don't know if the price is going to be sustainable. It's been like this for quite some time or higher. And some other companies, can look at some other companies, but it's a very tricky environment right now. You see Delta 9 selling shares, BevCanna sharing a lot of shares as well. You can show here, it's quite a lot. There's not a lot of money involved. It's small, getting to about 355,000 lately. By the way, I'm focused on the last 3 months. So it's a very tricky sector. Be careful. Jumping to COVID-19. Yeah, I'm doing some tracking on COVID-19, insider trading tracking. ADMA Biologics. This company I brought before and it's kind of related to COVID-19, but I'm not quite sure. I found an article that says they're doing something related to that. That's a plasma company. Abbvie. This is a pretty strong company paying dividends. Of course, the price is already close to 52-week high. And it doesn't move too much up and down, but it's good to mention. And the big players, like Gilead, what we see is actually they're selling. Insiders are actually selling, so it doesn't bring me a lot of confidence, but I don't know. It's a pretty good company, pretty strong, paying dividends. It's already at around $81 a price. Inovio Pharmaceuticals, we see selling activity too, so it doesn't give me a lot of confidence. So it's up to you. I'm gonna keep tracking all of these companies. Some companies we're not gonna see insider trading activity because they're not headquarters in US, but I'm still keeping my list here. Some very big companies here involved. Let's jump to insider trading. Now we're talking about selling. Okay, so we see a lot of selling on Delta Airlines. Look at that. Look at this. And it's all common stocks. I don't know. Be very careful with airlines. We know in the last few days that Warren Buffett, he sold a lot of airline stocks. Got some big losses. So be very careful about airlines. And we see here why as well. They're gonna be bailed out by the government. That's true. They may not gonna go away. They might be fine in a way. But the price may never come back, or may take a while to come back to previous levels. Be careful. We see Uber selling a lot, and we understand why, right? And we see why not a lot of people driving these days. So a lot of selling for Uber, minus $83 million about that. We see all the big companies here, Amazon, selling a lot. That's interesting because stock price for Amazon was actually going up. But we got earnings and now there's some doubts. Recession fears. Every single company is risky at this point. Every single company. Nike selling a lot, minus 50 million, something like that. Coca-Cola, minus $13 million. So a lot of big companies here. Intel, minus 3 million, minus 3.5, something like that. So be careful. Very tricky environment. So some of these companies, they might be taking profit. Like Amazon, some other ones, they're not in a bad shape, but they might be taking profits. Going up and, let me take some profit. And that's a good sign for us as well. Not fall in love with these companies the way it is right now. It can be very tricky. Now, insider trading activities, selling activities in Canada. We see Algonquin Power Utility selling more than minus 14 million. Gold companies as well, big ones including B2Gold. So that's probably profit taking. That tells us that we should be doing the same. Buying the dips, sell when we get profit. Alamos Gold, same thing. A big company, probably profit taking. We see banks, Royal Bank of Canada. Very tricky environment for banks investments right now, but that might be a very good opportunity in the near future or sometime when these companies get to the bottom. Just have to look at, so there's a lot of gold, silver. There's a lot of gold and silver companies here. But yeah, a lot of small caps, junior mining companies, which is risky. Let's move on. What I've been doing, I'm swing trading small positions, like this one, Granada Gold Mine again. I wait until it comes to 10 cents. I buy the dips. Very small profit, that's true, but that's good profit anyways. I'm still waiting. Hopefully price is gonna come up a little bit more. But about $185 right now. So it's not a lot of money I invest, about $1,300. But anyways, very tricky times. This week, I also swing trade Petrobras, company that I've been talking about. There was a big dip last Friday, Friday like a week ago, like 10% down because of political reasons in Brazil. And I was watching next Monday and prices started to go up. I bought it. I went it for a long-term position, but I saw like Wednesday, Thursday, I think Thursday price started to come down and I decided to sell, for profit. Not a lot of profit, about $600 US profit. I'm happy. I'm waiting to enter again. I probably made a mistake. I bought PBRA, which is not the main shares of PBR. Was probably my mistake. I don't know. I still don't know what I did. But anyways, I already sold. I'm planning to buy again. Hopefully price is gonna come down, but I don't even know. It might just go up and I will see. So trading ideas, short and long term, be very careful, as I said, but Oil companies have to look at. They have been coming down in the last few days. You have to look. ExxonMobil, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, Petrobras, all good companies. Petrobras have been researching, and I watched a good interview of the CEO, and he says that if the Brent prices are around $24, which is already around that level, like average in 2020, the company is in pretty good shape, or in good shape, I would say. And so the company is in good shape, it's not going to go anywhere, so it's a very good long-term option. But, always careful. We don't know how long it's going to take for all of this to be over. Defense stocks. There's always a looming war, and US has to be protected against, many things. Iran, China. There is a good ETF, ITA, that has a lot of good companies like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. So all good companies in the defense sector. So you see there is a good opportunity for this, but I don't know if the prices are still coming down a little bit more or even much more. I don't know. Be careful. So that's it for today's video. Hope you like it. Please subscribe to the channel, give your like, and have a good day.